fought the army there, or just harassed more and pulled out of position, because there wasn't really that much from maTTzour really on the map. There's a few links, sure, but Zealots take them apart so quickly. I really think JackO could have created a bit of a better opportunity for himself, but nonetheless, game 3.
Game 3, and we have JackO, who tried to do a strategy, a build order, a composition that is not at all common in Wings of Liberty. He tried to go Sky Toss, did not work out well for him. He's spawning on Ohana at the top position here. This is the last game of the third place match here, and we'll see who will walk away with the $8 prize and who will take the consolation prize of $4. Interesting pylon placement there by JackO.
In the bottom right hand corner, our green Zerg player evening up last game with a very nice late game army. Here's the green Zerg player maTTzour. And yeah, interesting pylon placement from JackO up at the top left.
So
I guess he's just already yeah, I guess don't you usually get pylon as part of your wall in Ohana?
No, you don't want to do that because of baneling busts.
Yeah, but you always do on Ohana.
No.
How do you wall off on Ohana?
You put a pylon for the back, and then you can finish the wall off with a gateway, a forge, and another pylon on the side. But
so it's just put a pylon on the side, a gateway.
But that's the second pylon you put down, not the first.
Yeah, but it doesn't make a difference really, because a baneling burst isn't going to hit before you get 2 pylons up anyway.
Well, yeah, that is a good point. That is actually true. I'm just in the habit of never putting my first pylon as a part of the wall. That's all.
I guess it looks weird because obviously you put the first one back a bit and then you just build up your wall slowly, and JackO just obviously comfortable doing it straight away. So Nexus first, Forge, not scouting at all, playing very, very ballsy here as he throws down that Forge, and yeah, second pylon's going to come up very soon in the normal position. And actually, look at this, maTTzour's just drone scouting, seeing what's up.
He does not want to be caught off guard by a gateway expander or any other kind of shenanigans. He can even opt to steal a gas in the main base, which would be, really annoying. But we'll see if he tries to do that. Just harassing some probes for now.
Yeah, just harassing a couple of probes there, and JackO actually pulling a couple of probes to try and deal with that. Forge finishes up though, and actually JackO completely walls off here. Just doesn't put a pylon in the back. And yeah, I mean, I guess if I don't really know. Like
I don't know what he could be up to here, but he really needs that second gas before the drone is able to steal it. There we go. This is either a very heavy 2-base something, maybe even some type of a cheese, or very fast third base, and he just does not want to be bothered keeping a track.
Yeah, the problem with very fast third base on Ohana is it takes so long to work down them rocks. Yeah. So yeah, I really don't know what we're going to see out of JackO. I mean, obviously if he wants to go for a 2-base or something, he can work down the rocks very fast as soon as he wants to move out, especially if it's with Immortals. You can work down them rocks so quickly, and yeah, interested to see what's going to happen. We see maTTzour's taking one of the gases of JackO, which is going to be annoying because JackO wants to open with a Stalker first here, so it'll take a long time to actually kill off that gas, and that means JackO's one of JackO's natural gases is not going to be available to him for quite some time.
And maTTzour will get at least some kind of scout. I mean, I think the reason why he did it was he could not get out with the probe. I mean, there's a full wall off, so he was like, well, I better make something of it. The Cybercore, luckily enough, look at this, is just out of the vision of the extractor. Thank you. So,
yeah.
But he's still going to see if the Nexus is going to being chrono boosted and how much chrono boost is on there. And wow, this doesn't look like a fast third. Like, I mean, getting +1, getting warp gate, getting sentry first.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like we could just throw down the robo soon, I guess, and maybe go for something. Overlord coming into the main base isn't going to scout anything at all, and Pylon going down to bottom left of the main base for JackO. Yeah, I'm waiting to see what he wants to build. He doesn't want to do anything until this Overlord's dead or out of the way, and JackO actually begins to add on gateways here, and so he's going to go up to 4 gateways and pressure maybe, unless he's just trying to throw maTTzour off.
I don't
Again,
know.
it's scouted, so if it's scouted, how can you ever kind of 4 gateway pressure?
I have no idea. And the Roachworm is going down a little bit sooner than normally would have, I have to admit.
He's just being mega safe, and
yeah.
Evo Chamber as well, going to start +1, and There's the Twilight Council from JackO. He's going to 4-gate pressure. You know, why didn't I make my call this time? 4-gate pressure. No, I think 4-gate pressure into +2.
Oh, this. Oh, the call you made on Cloud Kingdom and it didn't work out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it has to be. Unless he literally just goes 4-gate pressure DT, which I guess he has done before. Just. Yeah, I really don't know.
4-gate pressure into 7-gate Blink Stalker. Your call. With +2.
Yeah, I guess. Obviously, the only other option is going to be DTs, so we'll see exactly what he does. Whether he throws down the Dark Shrine or not. He's saved up a lot of gas and Twilight Council finishes. We'll see what he decides to build. And
Blink goes down, so okay, it is going to be that. He might even forego the attack and just go straight with the 7 gates.
He's not going to commit to any attack at all. Which means the attack will hit a little late because he couldn't get that Twilight Council down, but just probably better to hit later and not let maTTzour know exactly what's up than to hit on time and have maTTzour just prepared. So, yeah, JackO probably having to do something. Building the Robo in a really interesting position over there. I wonder if that's to just say to maTTzour, look, I'm making a Robo to try and fake you out or something. Yeah, I'm not really sure. +2 is on the way, the Blink's on the way, of course, and unless he is just going to expand off of this, which is still a viability, it's still a viable option, I guess, to just expand off of this with the Robo coming down and getting some mortals and stuff. We'll see what he wants to do right now, and he is adding 2 more gateways, so...
Well, you know, Matt did produce a lot of units.
He's actually going to expand. Wow.
He is going to expand. So, I don't know, like, maybe JackO thinks, like, okay, so, there are 2 options that I see here in his thought process. Either he just said to him at the start of the game, I'm going to tack as fast and hard as possible while staying safe and getting a 3rd base. Or I'm just going to fake my opponent out to no end. So, like, first, he knows that Matt saw 4 gates and +1 going down, right? So he's thinking he probably made some units and cut a lot of drones to get them. And then he shows him the Robo, and he thinks he's probably going to make some more units now. So maybe he's just faking Matt out, because look at the harvester count, 56 probes versus 57 drones. Like, every time Matt wanted to build drones, basically, he had to build units. Yeah, oh, the +2 will finish.
Wow. Yeah, it's going to finish there just, and JackO, he's just throwing this back right now. It's going to be so much easier for him if he gets an Immortal out, because right now it's still quite a scary army to go up against, even with Blink, for example, and maTTzour's going to come back up. He's going to, if he does get the Fortune out, it's not going to be the end of the world at all, but look at this, the Roach is coming in. 1 sentry's gone down, 2 sentries go down, another sentry should go down here. In fact, a lot of the sentries could go down, and, I mean, it doesn't matter these Roaches, but sentries are important.
Nice force fields, by the way, that JackO threw down, and nice maneuvering of his army. You know, he was out of the ideal position for an engagement when he was near his naturals ramp, and then pulling back gradually and putting down the ideal force field to create a favorable engagement for himself. But Matt, he's not letting up on the pressure. The Forge is really close to dying. There it goes down. A mass warping on slots behind the Forge, but not entirely accurate to stop the units from streaming in. And JackO on the back foot right here. Matt going for the Immortal, trying to snipe it. 1 more hit, 2 more hits. There it goes down. And Jack in a little bit of trouble right here with this pressure.
Yeah, these units going to go down, obviously, for Matt, but they picked off a lot of... They made it worthwhile. They picked off more than enough. And another Immortal pops out here, and if Matt had just continued in his original rally, he would have been able to pick that up. And JackO Dark Shrine.
Oh my God, JackO! Why
I don't understand it.
Where is it? Where is it? I'm looking for it. I can't find it.
Wow. So yeah,
there it is.
maTTzour's just going to keep pressuring. I mean, in this situation, I think JackO's more or less held on. Sure, he's lost a lot of units, but resources lost, it's actually a little bit worse for maTTzour, and his infestation pit's later than usual. So I still think JackO's got a lot of time to do a 3 base all in, even take a 4th base and play a macro game. Doesn't need the DTs, I don't think, and
it's the same situation, basically.
I think I should stop saying this, because I've said it 10 times today.
He'll be so mad at you, bro.
I just, like, if some Protoss player that is watching can explain to me why he does it. Like, one game I can understand to try catch your opponent off guard. Game after game after game after game, I don't understand. If someone can understand it, then
Please post in the stream chat, guys.
He's going to deny the 4th base here, but the 3rd base, he might just kill it, but Infest is about to pop out, so probably not. Some nice force fields from JackO right now, going to pick up a bit of the army. But Mats is just going to keep moving forward and backwards.
And there are 2 Overseers morphing, but a lot of drones will go down. Maybe even this 3rd will... No, he's doing it the right way right now. He's going after the drones. He's not trying to hit the big target. That's the way to go.
Yeah, definitely. The DT is doing a nice little bit of harassment here. Didn't see where the one went that tried to go up in the main, but they are going to get cleared up here in a moment. That one last one trying to get into the natural. And yeah, maTTzour realizes it's not going to be able to do too much and just walks up into the main base. So, JackO denies the 4th and he tries to expand behind this. So, this is a little bit more sensible, denying the 4th base of your opponent and taking your own. Not denying the 4th base of your opponent or trying to kill the 3rd and then going for a big timing, because that's kind of like giving economy and I don't know, like it's just kind of like what he's doing here is smart because he's denying economy and getting his own economy. What he tries to do in other games is just more or less do game-ending damage, so that his push, which is delayed,
works
out.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. When you invest so heavily into such a technology such as the DTs, you have to make sure you get the most out of that. And what point is there attacking a hatchery that has like 1,000 hit points and not killing it? Because, a 20 hit point hatchery still is a hatchery, it still produces larvae, it still mines resources. And you just lost resources trying to kill that, and you may never get another chance.
is going to get completely cornered here. There's so many centuries, so much energy, and lots of this army is going to start going down. maTTzour not quite sure where to fight right now. A nice fungal initially. Remember, JackO's got blink. He can blink forward onto these infestors whenever he wants to. If he wants to, he's using up most of his sentient energy. It looks like he's just going to back off and... Again, just not overcommitting here. He realizes he got a faster 4th base, so he can play this out nice and slowly and just keep it up. But I'm still worried, man. He doesn't have any tech. He's got a Robo facility, but no Robo Bay. He's not got Templar Archives. He's not got
just now getting the Stargate.
Yeah, just starting the Stargate now. So no splash damage, and he's just going to try and go up to Mothership and survive to kill Broodlords.
I mean, if an engagement happens... by the way, I really dislike the fact that Matt is on such high number of roaches. When you're transitioning into a late game army, you really don't want the roaches. Nice move here by JackO trying to snipe this 4th base with Stalkers. I don't think he'll be able to now that the roaches are here and the Lynx come to reinforce. But this hatchery, in my opinion, should be transfused. Meanwhile, another engagement in the center of the map while JackO is harassing the 4th. He's pushing in aggressively. A lot of spine crawlers are being built here, but not really finished, and will take some time before they do. But still, I don't really think that JackO can... he could take a fight here,
The DTs are going to do something. They're going to kill the 4th base again. So, yeah, that's kind of cool. Finally some DTs, keeping the harassment up with them, and maTTzour not being prepared. Finally, going to get some decent damage done with them. So... The DTs really starting to pay off for JackO in this game, and I think this is the first game all day where they have paid off for JackO, so it's really nice to see it finally working for him, but he had to try so many times to just make it work. It kind of felt a bit like, really? As Matt said, probably just going to get some lag right now. I just checked the work account, and JackO's like 20 workers ahead right now. He's got his 4th base up. He's in a fantastic position.
Those DTs did a lot of good damage. Did a pretty good job. And, I wouldn't mind Matt taking a 2nd base right the hell now on the right side. Redroning a little bit while he's getting corruptors and trying to trade those roaches away because, he's got infestors. He just needs not to waste their energy. Those infestors together with those spines, especially since it's Ohana, as long as you can spine push to those chokes there in the center of the map and have infestors and broodlords behind them, you're nigh untouchable apart from war prisons, and you can solve that problem by just, building spines and spores in all of your bases. Maybe?
Yeah.
I'm not a Zerg player, but...
I don't know, man. I think the one thing missing from maTTzour's game is just drones. Every game we see, he doesn't have the economy to go for the late game stuff you need, which is the huge spine crawler wall. You just need that as a Zerg player to hold off Protoss attacks and just buy time to make loads and loads and loads of broodlords and not get and be able to then commit units to actually deal with harass. So maTTzour's in a bit of a tough position, and JackO, I think this game's definitely in his favor right now, and we'll see how it plays out. Of course, he's got Archons now, so he's going to be playing with Archon, Stalker, and Mortal, until he wants to add in some Colossi if he does, but we'll see if he does as the game continues whenever we do get back into it.
Jack says dim-di-dim.
Yeah, he's just sitting around, man. There we go. He's back. Ready. And JackO's ready too, so yeah, guess they want a countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. And we're back into it. So JackO's starting to saturate his 4th base as we come back into the game. And maTTzour is going to do exactly what he said. He's taking a base over to the right. But JackO's going to come in spot for this with an observer right now. So he's going to have a pretty good idea about where to attack. And look at his army right now. 6 Immortals, 2 Archons, 31 Stalkers, and 8 Sentries. And against what maTTzour has, really, it's fantastic army.
Yeah, it is.
Because of he hasn't transitioned to late game Zerg. He's still playing mid game.
He still has mid game composition, and this is like his Immortal Sentry all in the 20-minute mark. Nice cancel there by Matt. Luckily, he does have a second base on the right underway, but I wouldn't be surprised if we... Oh, a nice circling run by into the 4th of JackO while JackO is pushing forward.
Yeah, and into the main base as well, going to go for that fleet beacon. There's some outs for him, but the fleet beacon will fall. The Stargate's the next target. I don't think they'll get that. But look at this, the 4th base for JackO is actually in a lot of trouble, and JackO's going to try and fight down a ramp right now. There's a few Broodlords out, only 4 though, and JackO's just trying to come forward.
Oh no, the Broodlords are in a vulnerable position, and Matt needs to be really conservative with his Infestor energy usage. He needs to keep those few Broodlords alive for as long as possible, and he will!
This is a really bad fight for JackO. His Immortals were attacking Brood lanes. That's not what you want the Immortals to do in maTTzour. He's going to take down this whole army for JackO. Yeah, I mean, he just goes to the other entrance now and picks off the units trying to escape, and he's fine. Yeah, maTTzour looking fantastic right now, trying to supply lead. He killed the 4th base of his opponent. He's got a base to the right-hand side. And he's got his... so JackO, he's stuck on a free base. And maTTzour, he's getting his army, he's getting his economy, and it looks like he might just go fight now. Because, really, why not? JackO took such a bad engagement there.
Yeah, what was missing from JackO's composition, of course, was the area of effect, damage, spells, and units. Like, with that, if you can kill the Lings and the Broodlings fast enough, with the rest of his army that he has, Stalkers, Immortals, Sentries, no problem versus Roaches, man.
He was missing, like, either Storms or a couple, 2 to 3 Colossi, just to shoot down the Broodlings. And when you don't have that, you're going to be in trouble. And the Stalkers all died. Then, the Immortals just firing on useless units.
Here we go, another fight here.
Now. A lot of Roaches and Festive Terrans going down as well. The Broodlord's doing a decent job. There isn't that many of them, but I don't really think there needs to be. And the anti-air is withering quickly, and JackO has to back off right now, losing a lot of his units. And maTTzour, JackO's still got lots of warpings coming in because of the warp gates he's got, but even Queens right now with maTTzour transfusing the Broodlords.
Nice job. I think Matt is just going to hold this position and, just eventually push into another blink into the Broods. One of them got sniped down, but a lot of them still are staying alive. I think if JackO is a little bit more persistent here, he might even push this back. I'm not really sure. No, he will not. He's running out of money.
So close. The Immortal getting a little bit surrounded there. Yeah, maTTzour, he is actually running out of money too, though. He's only just mining off of his 4th base. Look at his income. It is so low because of his number of drones, and that's the one thing that JackO can maybe hope to cling on to here if he realizes it and doesn't just GG out too early, because he's got a 4th base up. He's actually got okay saturation. He just needs to stop fighting when he doesn't need to fight, like, right now.
Yeah. Well, the problem is he can't hold his 4th base. The energy on the Infestors is slowly regenerating, and he cannot engage that army because if he blinks in, he's gonna get fungled and killed.
Sure, and that was the problem. I mean, there was no need for him to poke in just then when he was going to take a round of Stalkers, when he could get an extra round of Stalkers before he really needed to fight to save the 4th. So JackO blinks in here once again, but yeah, with all them links, I think that's never going to work out. Every single blink JackO tries is not enough, and maTTzour is going to take 3rd place in BelleNOiR Followers Tournament number 5, because JackO is on the run. He's half the supply of his opponent right now, and maTTzour, he's making the March of Doom with the Broodlords, and there is just not enough for JackO, even with the blink.
And constantly transfusing everything during all of that. That was really nice. And who says queens are slow off creep?